Michael's Guitar Reviews, and today we have it's a Fender Stratocaster. It's a custom shop 59 Journeyman Relic Stratocaster. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Let's have a little look over it. Typical headstock, and you can see that very period logo there. Nice. On the back we have a motif to denote that it's a custom shop. It's also got the covered tuners, which have got little holes in, so you can, if you want to do a little bit of lubrication there, bob a bit of oil in there, a bit of light machine oil. On the front we have a nut, which looks to be very well cut. I presume it's bone. It looks bone. Everything's cut properly. The strings sit in it as they should, just slightly proud of the top of the nut there. The two top strings have been captured by a string tree, which is what you would expect. On the front we have a rosewood fingerboard with standard position dot markers, and on the back here we have a neck which is flamed maple, and you can see that it's been made to look like a guitar that's been around for a very long time. So the neck has been, the varnish has been removed to make it look as if it's had years and years and years of playing. Got side position dot markers there. We're looking at what's described as being a C profile. It's a slightly chunkier C profile than a lot of similar Stratocasters, but a nice feel, comfortable indeed. It's an expensive guitar. It's a custom shop guitar. It's made by an expert luthier, but I digress. Typical Stratocaster body at the back there. We've got a nice custom bolt plate, if you like. It's got a little logo on to denote again that this is a custom shop guitar. Usual cover there, plastic cover, if you want access to the springs at the back or to the earth wire for the electrics. Sculptured body, as you would expect. Standard appearance of the pickups, but these are custom hand-wound pickups, so they look like normal ones, but they're actually not. We've got an aged pick guard or scratch plate there, and the thing that threw me a little bit is there's a standard five-way selector switch, which you would expect on an awful lot of Strats and similar guitars of this ilk. Typical rotary volume control. There's a master tone control, and this is what threw me. It's actually a blender. So it's not a tone control as such. It has an interesting feel about it where it appears to go to the midway position and then boing, springs round a bit. So it's to blend the neck and the bridge pickups. So it's not actually, strictly speaking, a tone controller, it's more a blender. So blender, master tone, master volume, normal jack input there for your Stratocaster. And we've got some chrome nickel bridge and saddle there. These are traditional. You can obviously fit a vibrato or tremolo arm there. This obviously doesn't have one in. But apart from that, fairly standard looking. Obviously the body, because it's a 59 reissue and it's a relic, it appears to have been around the block a few times and had a few knocks, dents and bruises, and the paintwork obviously has faded to reflect, or is faded to reflect, years and years of love and attention. Or maybe not, maybe just not being very careful with it. I can't understand why people pay extra for damage. But that's just me. Okay, let's see what it sounds like, shall we? I'm going to run through the different settings on five-way selector switch, and I'll also run through some changes on the tone control and this pickup blender control. I won't talk too much about them because you'll just get bored and you'll turn off. So we're going to run through them fairly briskly, and then we'll see what the verdict is at the end. So here we go. I'm going to start off with the neck position of the five-way selector switch and everything else turned around fully clockwise. Here we go. moving that position down one. Moving down. And again. And again. Let's just bring that tone control all the way around anti-clockwise now, so we would expect a more bassy sound. Again, I'm just going to run up the pickup selector positions. Here we go. Tone control fully anti-clockwise. Blender fully clockwise. One more. And one more, all the way up now towards the strings. Run back down the pickup selectors, but this time I'm going to turn the blender to the mid position, and then I'm going to turn it all the way around anti-clockwise. So we're in the mid position with the blender. We've got the tone control, master tone control, fully anti-clockwise, and we're starting with the selector switch towards the strings. Down one position with the selector. Down another position with the selector. And another position. This is the fourth position down away from the strings. Now all the way down, furthest away from the strings with the selector switch. going to bring this blender all the way around anti-clockwise, and we'll work our way back up again, starting with the selector switch furthest away from the strings. The control for tone is fully anti-clockwise. Here we go. Up one position. And up another position. Up to the position second away from the strings. And now all the way up, first position closest to the strings. Let's take that tone control, the master tone control, and turn it all the way around clockwise, and we'll run all the way back down again. Here we go. Selector switch down to the next position. And to the middle position. Okay, and we're now going to come down one more position. And finally, all the way down, furthest away from the strings. What's the verdict? Well, it's an expensive guitar. It's made in a custom shop by presumably by a luthier or guitar assembler with skills greater than the average. It's a lot of money. Yes, you get hand wound pickups. You do get a different controller for the pickup blend. It's different, but the question is it better? And this is a question. Is it better to take a big wad of cash and buy yourself a custom shop reissue Relic, or do you think it's better to buy yourself a standard USA Stratocaster and customise the pickups to suit your own tastes? I don't know. I think it just feels like there's a certain amount of emperor's new clothes, dare I say. You might think me a Philistine, but if you take it on balance, a decent quality guitar could be a lot less expensive than one of these, I would suggest that the quality control would be at least as good, if not better. And as far as what you get, using the difference in the amount of money involved, you could consider customizing it and making it your own. But having said all that, there is a very, very strong core of people who like the Relic idea. They love the fact that the guitar looks like and evokes an era long, long ago past. So it's not for me to criticise those people. I'm just saying this is just my feeling. Just a couple more points before we complete the video. You'll notice on the back of the neck there's no skunk stripe. These were generally between the year 1950 and 1959, and yes, this is a 59 Relic reissue as it were, and they were reintroduced again in 1971. So it's pretty much on the borderline, I guess. Yeah, other than that, it depends what you want. I mean, the question that I ask myself is, where is that extra money going? Is it going in better quality fittings, or is it going in fittings that are decades and decades old, and therefore the technology, such as it was in those days, arguably means that the equipment isn't perhaps up to today's standards? I don't know. There are, for me, overall a number of questions left about a guitar such as this. Yes, it sounds nice. You can get lots and lots of variety of sounds out of it. Obviously the custom pickups will be making a contribution towards that. But I think overall it does leave me with a few questions. An honest review may not work for everybody, but it's an honest review. I would be very interested in your comments, in fact, because some of you will have experience of some of these reissue guitars, and I'd like to know a bit more from you. Anyway, in the meantime, this is Michael from Michael's Guitar Reviews. Again, I keep saying this, but in order to get the channel growing, and in order for more people to get to share this love of guitars, we need more and more subscribers. It's free, no catches. Ping on the subscribe button and away you go. And in the meantime, thanks again for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and happy playing. Bye for now. Bye bye.